Laymen Live. Guys, Laymen Live 420, number 69. So,
that's it.
We're back. Another Laymen Live. I know I keep saying this, but Laymen Live is my favourite.
Okay? It is also my favourite.
It is my favourite. We get to hang out with the fam, talk about some news that didn't make the cut. This was not a big week of news for us. We literally sat there, we're like, okay, what are we going to cover? There's not a lot, so this is when we're going to do all.
I'm looking at the stream now, and I think they saw the count in, by the way.
Oh, that's all right, guys.
So you see how the magic happens behind the scenes. You see how the sausage gets made here on Laymen, okay?
Yeah, it's all about the sausage.
We do
guys.
It's all about.
It's all about sausage.
Let's be real. Looking at our demographics.
Yes,
very much the sausage party.
Sausage, actually, guys.
Correct.
But
no, but Laymen Live is the best time of the week. I totally agree. It's very chill and it's good to hang out with everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you very much for being here. As always, we're live every Saturday morning at 8 a.m.
Australian Eastern Time.
Australian Eastern Time.
Yep.
It's pretty early on a Saturday, can I say?
Yes, it is. I'd
really like it if we could not be in Australia and have some different times. It'd be great.
It consistently never gets easier. Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's 6:30, gotta get up. I'm up.
Fucking subscribers.
Oh,
God damn it.
Alright, so what have you been playing this week, Ralph?
So this week I have been playing a few things. First of all, I finished up my review of Deep Rock Galactic, which I have on my channel now. So go and check that out. It's a very good video game. I recommend it. I played Minecraft Dungeons 3 times.
Yes. Everyone loved what you had to
my
say.
first review.
Yes.
Jim Sterling agrees with you on Minecraft Dungeons. There you go.
Well, he thought it was good.
We thought it was shit.
Triple A guy. Oh, he actually didn't like it. Oh,
Did you not watch my Minecraft Dungeon review? I did 2 reviews, and you're like, oh, you thought it was good?
No. I'm talking about Jim Sterling. Well, you're saying Jim Sterling said it was good. I tuned in for a
someone
bit.
said Jim Sterling agreed with you about.
Oh, I thought you were saying to the audience that because the great majority liked it, that he was agreeing with them.
I don't even think most people liked Minecraft Dungeons.
They just weren't expecting a lot. They thought it was going to be a kids' game, right?
Sure.
Look, we won't go too much into it, but I don't think it was a smash out of the park. That's for sure.
I understand how some publications gave it like 9 or 9.5 out of 10. I'm just like, how?
Unless they're coming from the point of view of like, we're going to give this a 9 for a kids' game.
But it's not even a great kids' game. Like, we grew up on like Banjo-Kazooie and shit. Like, that's
Lion King.
Great Lion King, Aladdin, the Mario, like
Mortal Kombat,
pretty much everything
stuff.
We actually did play Mortal Kombat when we were like 4 or 5 years old. I remember doing that shit, and I was like, I think even back then I was like, should I be playing this?
Yeah, it was always on the news, of course.
Yeah.
So that's what you've been playing. Anything else you've been playing?
I played Crucible.
Oh, yes, we both played that.
We actually have a review coming for Crucible next week.
Yes.
Did you edit that yet?
No.
Okay, well.
I'm not editing that one.
Are you?
No.
Okay, all right.
Austin is.
We'll come back to that one. And
okay. All right.
And then that game sucks, by the way. We'll talk more about that.
Okay.
And I played The Last of Us this week because we got a copy of The Last.
I was going to say we have played The Last of Us. We can't talk about it
at all, because otherwise Sony will definitely DMCA strike our channel. Yeah. That's how they do when it comes to The Last of Us.
Yeah, interesting choices. Kratos versus Joel. I just didn't feel it until I saw it, you know.
Yeah, true.
And Master Chief dancing in the background as like an Easter egg. Cool, I didn't mind it. Bomber mission while, stuff was getting down. That was the music. That was Final Fantasy VII Remake Bomber Mission music.
Soundtrack,
anyway.
So we have a review for that coming on, I think it's like the 12th of June or whatever is the embargo for that. So we're literally not allowed to say anything before then. Otherwise, Sony will delete our lives.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what we've been doing this week. So
that's what we've been doing. And
I also bought Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on Switch.
Yeah.
But I can't play it at the moment because I'm playing Last of Us. I actually do want to play the game. Everyone says it's fantastic. Everyone says it's one of the great JRPGs.
Really?
I played a little bit of it when it was first released on DS. And I was like, yeah, cool.
You had a DS?
Yeah, I had like 3 DSs, dude.
Really?
Yeah. You did too, didn't you?
No, Alec did.
All right.
I didn't have a DS.
You don't play games, I forgot about that.
Yeah, of course. Standard, guys.
So what did you play otherwise, Sam? Is it just that list plus also Overwatch and Smash?
I played Overwatch and Smash, but
nice.
Actually I've put Overwatch to the side a bit, guys, because my workload is so heavy, okay? No, I played a bit of, I played Crucible and Last of Us and something else.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Minecraft Dungeons, and that's about it.
Huh.
They're making some silly comics, everybody. Check them out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw those. Sam's on his channel. He's doing live readings
Of live readings,
comics.
dramatic readings of comics.
They're actually pretty good.
Okay,
I recommend them.
Go check it out, fam. We would like to see you there.
On
But
Sam Astor.
Sam Astor. That's my
Terrible
real name, by
YouTube
the
channel.
way. Promise.
It is.
All right, guys. So, first story.
Are we able to say if The Last of Us 2 is a total waste of money or not? No, that's kind of a review.
Yeah, we can't really go into that.
We can't really talk about that.
We can just go like that, and then now no one knows what that means. Who knows, right? We might love it, we might hate it.
It's so weird when you
Tune in.
say it. It's so funny. It happens every time. You say to people, you're like, cannot say anything about The Last of Us 2. Absolutely nothing. Can't share any details. And the first question you get is, can you at least tell us if it's good and I should buy it? And if the leaks are true? If this happens and that happens? Can you tell me those things? I'm like,
Have you seen that moment where the Avengers guy, Mark Ruffalo, gave away?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, he must be joking." You've seen the footage of it?
No, I haven't actually seen the footage, but I've heard the story.
It's so he dies inside when he turns to the guy on the left. What was the guy that played Iron Man? The other Iron Man. What's his name?
John Cheadle or...
Maybe, I don't know. But he was the one that was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And then the whole interview just breaks down. And then he's sitting there going, "Am I in trouble? Am I in trouble?" And he's like, "Dude, don't worry about it. Just keep going with the interview." Anyway, so we can't do spoilers.
Shit, man.
So we have, there's a segue, this is the best segue as always.
Nice.
Speaking of things that are cancelled.
Nice. Well, actually,
Beautiful.
we've got plenty of super chats.
We're not going to get into...
No, we'll just super chats first, then we'll get into the news. We've got Mabar with $16.76, 16 times the detail.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for lifting the weight off my shoulders. I would sure I'd have to upgrade the PC to be able to play Cyberpunk. Now I can just rent a VM on cloud with Steam. Yes, you can. Exactly
Very
right.
true.
So thank you very much, GeForce Now. Well done. Master Splinter with 420, 16 times the detail.
Thank you so much.
A cup of coffee, smokes for Sam.
Well,
Dude,
it's definitely not smokes.
It's definitely not smokes in Australia.
$40, 25 pack here.
That's how much they cost in Australia. And
ridiculous.
they should cost double that, by the way. Joshua, my favourite Aussies, what's your biggest lesson life has taught you and why? And do you plan on playing Phantasy Star Online 2 on PC? Biggest lesson I've learned in life is never go to a second location with a hippie. And I play Phantasy Star. I'd like to, but I don't have time at the moment. And also, there's no Australian servers. We're going to be tapping into US servers only. Some of my Zendru, my friend, is playing it at the moment. He's enjoying it so far, but yeah.
I think the biggest lesson I've ever learned is if you're going to raid in WoW, make sure the team is good. You know, you can't just go in with a shitty team because you're going to die over and over again, get frustrated and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's my lesson that
I have played WoW with Sam. He's so bad. You are the worst player I've ever seen in World of Warcraft.
Guys, do you believe this?
Everyone believes this.
I was the number second shaman.
The number second, guys. I'm the number second.
On BlackRock, okay?
We've got Jamie Hernan with £2. Thank you very much. Jared who became a member. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Jared.
so
We
much,
appreciate that. Francois says hello. Good to see you, man. And we've got. Are you two boys? Are you two bros or friends or maybe friends with benefits? Love you both.
Well, we're definitely not friends with
We're definitely not friends. I can assure you that.
We're not
okay?
even friends. We're
We
just brothers.
actually hate each other.
Yeah.
Greetings from Connecticut. Love the content, says Spectre for $10. Are you going to play Phantasy Star? Asked and answered. Sadly, I would like to, but just can't at the moment. What's our favorite lockdown food? All of the food, Colton. All of the food.
Well, McDonald's delivers near my area, so I have
So
a
dangerous,
hell
man.
of a lot of McDonald's, as you guys can see.
yeah,
from
we can
my-
definitely see that. So,
yeah.
Mikey Robs, $5. Hey guys, finally get to catch you live. Ralph, you should give Troubleshooters a try. Recently released from early access on Steam. Haven't actually heard of it. I will look it up.
What about me, man? Should I give it a try?
They know you don't play
I see
games.
how it is. I see how it is.
Toros with $10. He just did a jumping #1 fan emoji thing, which I didn't even know you could do, so that's interesting. Thank you very much, friend. Hello, lads. Good to have you back. Hope you've been staying well, says Marios Shasson for £10. What do you think of the Mafia remaster? A lot of criticism about it.
I've seen the criticism, but I don't know exactly what everyone is so thinking about, because I haven't played them before.
No, I haven't
Have you
played.
played them?
No, I haven't played any of them. I'm looking forward
Casual.
to playing. I'm looking forward to playing 1 because 1 is a remake, and that's looking amazing.
Oh, okay.
Number 2 apparently just removes heaps of graphical flair, and it's just really lazy. Apparently, from what I've heard, like it's just
it's Mafia Reforged.
It is Mafia Reforged essentially, so it's a disappointment. And I think also Mafia the 3 vote, like number 3, also takes away like PS4 Pro and Xbox One X enhancements, or it did recently in a patch. Basically, they're really phoned in jobs, essentially. So that's a shame. But I look forward to number 1 because that is apparently going to be a proper remake. So I'm keen for that. What do we got here? We've got Mario. We've got Fuzz out for £10. Good morning. I love you both platonically. Sure you do, my man.
It's okay if you don't.
But
it's more
my
than that,
favorite sits on the right. Up to you to figure out who's right. Nice, very clever. Editing, reviews, and banter. You are both epic. You are both amazing. You are too kind, my friend. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Although Sam is, of course, not who you're talking about.
He's obviously talking about me 'cause he's looking this way.
Turk with 10 New Zealand dollars. That's basically like 30 Australian cents. So we appreciate that, friend. He says, you guys are... Where is he? I missed him now. There he is. Hey, Lemon, can we get the real... Laymen of the brothers, the third non-gaming one, to come and sit for a review of this? That'd be fun if we got Conrad in.
Yeah, well,
his name's Conrad.
There's Thick Boy.
Where? Oh, he is. Hey,
he gave us $1.
Solid Snake is Thick Boy, and he gave us $1.
He's a good guy.
So
what's he doing up so early? Jesus
Christ.
that's
true. Actually, what is he doing?
Doing?
We should totally get Conrad in and just ask his opinion on video games.
Interesting story about Conrad. Okay, this shows you how much of a diehard fan Conrad is about video games, especially comics. Okay, comic movies. We went and saw the Avengers. And out of nowhere, he came with us. Out of nowhere, he just like got up and stormed out. We're like, okay. We find it because he's our ride home. We find out that he's just been sitting in the car listening to the radio because he detested the Avengers so much.
He was so bored of the Avengers.
He said, I'd rather just sit here and listen to the radio than watch the Avengers.
He's like an 85-year-old man.
Yes.
Rather go listen to Alan Jones than watch this rubbish.
Speaking of Alan Jones, oh, what a loss. He's gone.
Is he? What is he?
He's retired.
Oh, what a damn shame.
Did you know that?
I will miss Alan Jones so much. I had no idea.
Yeah. I think it's the 1st of July, something he's gone.
Let's not get political.
Let's not get
political on
I think
the
what we
stream.
should do, right, is every 10 minutes or so, let's have a little buzzer, and then that's when we'll do the comments. We can do 10 minutes of reading and then a few minutes of doing super chats.
Well, okay, because we've got a few super chats still coming, so we should get to some news though, because we have been going on for a while.
Yes,
let's get to our first story. Sam, you can take it. Go on.
BlizzCon.
It's BlizzCon.
Oh, nice, man.
Thanks, man.
Oh, they didn't even put that there. That was you.
Wait, what?
Whoa, what's going on here?
Something's going on wrong with the thing. Hang on, let me just try and fix this up, guys. Give me a sec. I don't know what's going on. It's weird stuff where you can't see the thing, and let's see if it works over here. Nope, it's definitely boned.
Wow. Just go up a little bit and we can just find the quote.
No, wait. I'll just... Oh, God. Why you do this?
Great. So, while Ralph fails live on camera...
That's right.
We'll do it live!
I don't understand why this happened.
That's all right.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
It's obviously all the content Ralph's been looking up on the computer, and it's bugging the computer hard, guys.
Yeah.
Now, BlizzCon, okay, it's coming out... When was this? I think it's in October? October, right?
BlizzCon is usually October, November.
November, right?
Yep.
It's been on a roll. Everyone knows that. Last BlizzCon was a gigantic... actually, look, it actually went pretty smoothly. Up until the actual event, there was a lot of controversy. They've come out now saying, look, guys, BlizzCon is not going ahead.
No, it's not going ahead. I asked my manager.
It's not going ahead, guys. Obviously, because COVID and all that kind of stuff. I don't think there's any major events this year that are going ahead.
No.
So when we saw this actually drop a few days ago, we're like, can we make a whole episode on this? Probably not, because it's just like, in other news, water is wet. Like, it's just such a thing that's happening right now. So that's the situation, though. So a lot of people that might have been booking flights and stuff, be aware of that. It's not a thing, It's not a thing.
It's BlizzCon. Did I make that joke already?
No, you already did, Ralph. See, when Ralph makes one good joke, he hangs on to it, people. He hangs on to it hard.
Such a good joke.
But I think...
So anyway, no red shirt guy appearing this year. No awkward do you not have phones. That means you can't do another one of your Bane memes.
No.
It's a damn good meme.
Damn
it's a real shame.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one.
Anyway, guys, look, this is another installment in our ongoing series known as Epic Good.
I feel like this is going to be a weekly segment.
It is a weekly segment right now.
We might need to make some music for it while we do it, like the Will It Blend.
Epic are giving you free games. They're giving you Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, on the Epic Games Store,
which is pretty damn cool
right now. Which is,
I mean, as I said last time when we covered this, I don't know, a week ago, I just think this is a very different strategy. And I know you're saying that they were already doing this,
yes,
but it's one thing to do this for smaller titles. It's another thing to be like, we're going to get the biggest games in the business and make sure they're free for 4 or 5 days. And people are coming in droves. Thick Boy, for instance, since he's in the chat, he went and downloaded GTA and he was hounding me. He's like, dude, get it too. I didn't end up doing it.
I saw Alex been playing GTA actually.
Loves it, right? He would have never gone on the Epic Games Store, but it's a perfect way to get him on there, and now he's probably going to browse through their catalog because of that. So it is a good strategy. I just wonder how much cash they can throw at this for, 6 months? I mean, they're going to start giving away The Witcher and Doom and stuff like that. Costs money, man. So I wonder how long they can actually do that before they go, cool, we've reached now the capacity of people who will want to get out of that. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, guys. Epic Games good.
Wonderful contribution
Thank you
from Ralph in that moment.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Appreciate
Okay,
that.
next story. Speaking of Witcher.
Well,
I'm going to take this one too.
You can take this one, Sam.
Over 50 million adventurers have joined Geralt on his journey from Cara Morhen.
Oh no, that's so
Cara
cringe.
Morhen.
Oh god, it's so cringe hearing you say that. The chat right now. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
More like
put you
Flop
through
Sam.
this.
More like Flop Sam. Okay, and Velen, and whatever. I guess.
Oh my god.
Whatever. All right.
So hard to watch.
Let's get to it.
Stream is cancelled. I'm turning it off.
There's been a lot of copies of Witcher sold. So Ralph was trying to trap me then, okay? He was like, let's just see if Sam can tell these silly names. Now, 50 million copies is a lot. And recently, Minecraft, I think yesterday, came out saying that they've sold 200 million. So for Witcher to sell 50 million, and it's not such an easily accessible game from an small developer, small inverted commas, that's a huge achievement. So good on you, Witcher. And good on you, all these names I wasn't
all these places like Skellige and Novigrad. Yeah,
Well,
all of these weird
you know
places, Look at
Next
this. The
time-
chat loves it. The chat is loving it.
You know what, guys? I love you guys too, alright? Screw you all!
Oh, that's beautiful.
Screw you all!
It's so great.
Alright, Ralph's going to take the next story.
Okay. I love it. Okay, let's do some stupid chats while we're out here. Where are we? We've got Solid Snake, Jacob Steve. Any chance for an Outer Wilds review? Says Jacob, $15. An Outer Wilds review on Skill Up. I love that game. I love you guys. I have always
do that?
No, I did only at the end of my Game of the Year review.
You haven't done an Outer Wilds review.
I know. It's bad.
That is the game that
I have a
half
half-written script. I've literally digested the thesis that the Alex Beecham had made. He's the guy that created it. Like, he wrote a thesis, and I've literally gone through
I've digested the thesis.
No. I've gone through his thesis and written notes on his thesis in preparation for this review, but then I didn't end up making the review. So.
I think Sekiro will come first before
Yeah.
Actually, I think this actually has a better chance of being made because you love this game so much.
So that's true. Ray actually became a member. Thank you very much, Ray Bauer. Jared Smithers sent us a Charlie the Unicorn emoji. Thank you very much. James Walter for $5. If Last of Us 2 was an alien, which film would it be? Surely that's not a review. It's not a review, but it's surely enough to get us DMCA'd by Sony. So we're gonna.
It's an alien film. Oh, okay.
So sorry about that one, James. Can't respond. Vitor with 5 R's. I don't know what reals.
Pirate dollars.
What's the difference between British and Aussie accent? Looks the same to me. Australians are essentially British Texans, I believe is the phrase.
Ooh.
Which I think makes
Lone
a lot
Star
of sense.
State. Exactly right.
Correct.
We are our own Lone Star State.
So Askar official. Will Sam do a collab with me? You don't want to collab with Sam. You're better than that, dude. Come
I
on.
didn't even see who that was, what?
Aksar official.
Sure, man. You know what? Hit me up with the DMs, bro.
That's right. Slide in, man. Gray3691 with 969. Hello from San Francisco. Good to see you guys. Hope you're all doing fine and dandy. Thoughts on PS5 June 4 event?
Ooh.
Stop skipping ahead in our news schedule, okay, my man?
Pretty cool, though.
We will talk about that. Don't worry.
You saw the video that they released, right?
It was just that controller, right?
Yeah.
That's right. We'll talk about that very soon. That's coming. Mitch Leahy. Is it Mitch Leahy? Where is it? It's just...
Mitch Leahy.
Wow. Don't ever do that again, Sam. $5. Hey, guys. Are you guys suckers for side-scrolling indies like I am? If Valiant Hearts, Gore, and Cannoli. So, Valiant Hearts I played and I liked. Cannoli and Gore I haven't. But I like 2D side-scrollers on occasion. Dead Cells, I really thought that was fantastic. Hollow Knight, don't know if you could call that side-scroller. I mean, it is, but it's kind of like...
Yeah.
You know,
that was good too.
That was a great game.
Crystal Caves, love that.
Love those little flying insect dudes, man. I love them. Hope you boys played Trover Saves the Universe. We did actually play some of that. It's a good laugh. Thank you very much, Ray. And last up, we'll do Harrison for £5. Do you guys remember Capcom game Deep Down that was supposed to have been a PS4 exclusive that never released? Would be epic if it was released. Resurrected for PS5. I do actually remember that game. I know it never came out. and I don't know anything about it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to some news, shall we? No, that's not the top news sound.
Oh, sorry.
Why jump ahead? You're just giving people blue balls.
All right, here we go.
Turns out, guys, that Hideo Kojima, he's doing okay. In a new interview, old mate Hideo says that Death Stranding was a success and states that they recouped their development costs. They are still planning their next title. He says they're in the planning stages right now. And recently, a big project he planned to do apparently fell apart.
Oh, Konami!
I wonder if it was Silent Hill. A lot of people say that Silent Hill has sort of semi-been confirmed to have been worked on by other studios at this point, not Kojima, but it was still in the mix that Kojima might have been involved with something. I do wonder whether or not it was him being involved in Silent Hill, and that's what's fallen through.
I think there's two camps of people there. Some people are like, Hideo would never work with them ever again, right? Maybe. But there's also the other people that are like, well, maybe he doesn't give a shit about if it's owned by Konami. He just loves the IP and he just wants to work with it on his own terms. So I would have seen that definitely being a potential, but it's a shame if it has fallen apart. But to say Death Stranding is a success, well, duh, right? Didn't it sell really well?
I mean,
I'm sure it did.
I don't know what they define as success, obviously, because he set up a new studio on the back of this. It was funded by Sony. They obviously had spent a lot of money on this. I'm not sure what their break-even point was, but I'm sure it would be higher than your average
Maybe you're
title,
right.
Whatever.
Yep.
Yes, it definitely sold a lot of copies, but it didn't sell as many as I'm sure they would have liked, given how divisive the game was. I am really happy that this game was successful, because even if you didn't like this game did a whole bunch of new shit. And in the world of AAA games, where it's like, guys, we're announcing a new shooter game.
Yeah.
It's got a battle pass. It's like, and then you come out with this guy who's doing all this crazy, weird shit, totally new, totally different. I'm glad this game exists. I absolutely loved this game. I thought it was incredible. I know a lot of people don't, and I get it. But I'm very, very glad to see that Kojima can continue to go on doing his thing.
Yeah, I had no doubt that whatever he was going to pump out, it was not going to be your average thing, right? But it takes a bit of courage to be like, I'm going to do something that, this is my first thing outside of, Metal, kind of Metal Gear and Zone of Enders, but he's known for Metal Gear,
Sure.
It was his first kind of step out in his coming out party of a new IP and a new kind of idea that he wanted to put forward. So there's risk there, because a lot of people, I'm sure, were like, was he a one-trick pony in terms of, can he only do Metal Gear? You know what I mean, though, right? A lot of people were thinking, he's an absolute genius when it comes to Metal Gear. Can he be a genius, too, in other types of IP? And I believe that he actually has succeeded in that and demonstrated that he can do other things and do it in a way that still moves the industry forward. So I think it's a success either way. Anyway.
For sure.
Speaking of the future of gaming.
Ooh, actually, this is a big block of news we're about to go through. So let's do a few more super chats before we jump into that, because it is a big chunk.
All right.
We've got Brendan Barr with $2 says, Rock and Stone to the bone, baby. That's right. God, I love that game. It was fantastic. Go and check out my Rock and Stone review. Go and check out my Deep Rock Galactic review on my channel. It's like a $30 indie game. It's a co-op shooter like Left 4 Dead, but just awesome. I really recommend it. It's really good. Joe Melody says, can we talk about Ralph's math 0.0031%? I think we actually need to talk about more what year it is, because in my review, for some reason, I said it's 2021. I just skipped 2020, man.
I think a lot of people want to skip 2020 right now. It's not,
really
it's not the greatest of years.
Francois Bergman says, Thick Boy is banned from Le Monde Gaumont because he likes Stadia and only plays Fallout 76. And bring the unknown brother, he seems fun. Yes, we'll definitely do that.
We should do that.
We should get all the boys on the couch. That'd be a big,
good old
big
1001.
couch.
Be nice.
Harrison Lego, do you guys remember? I know that we already did the one. Nando's back. Hello, Nando. I haven't seen you for a while, dude. 400 Huffington points.
Thank you. I don't know how much that is, but it's Hufflepuff.
Are you guys having
points.
a stream off with AJ? Oh, is Angry Joe live at the moment? Damn it.
Joe!
Damn you, Joe. We hate you. No, we love you, actually.
That's all right.
We were going to do our show at E3 this year with Joe. It's such a shame. Would have been so good. But anyway. Damn you, Corona. Octavius Cruz is back with 30 Rs. Hey, guys, I'm watching directly from the past. Is it still Friday night in Brazil? I thought it was Brazil. And I'm escaping lockdown to buy beer and watch you guys Now we want a skill up Gymquisition crossover with Ralph dressed as a wrestler.
As a wrestler.
I've been doing that.
I would love to do that.
I don't think I'd want Jim to...
We should do...
I don't want Jim to jump on me, though.
We should do...
That would be bad.
We should do a parody of the Gymquisition. We get up and we do a little opening like AAA gaming.
Those Boglin things that he has.
Yeah. And that song and everything. Oh, man.
Sure.
Maybe he'd copyright strike us for that. I don't know.
I don't think that's Jim's style.
No,
Graztex, $5. I went to KFC and got 5 butter sachets with no honey mustard. I don't know how to feel about this. Also, Ralph is so much hotter than Sam, but Sam is funnier. Take that, Sam!
I disagree.
I'm the hot one.
I disagree with this.
That's the chat says it. Okay, the chat says it.
A year and a half ago, definitely not. Okay, I really put on the weight.
All right, guys, let's get into some news now. We've got plenty more super chats to come. We appreciate those, but we want to make sure we cover off the big news items for the day, and certainly the biggest news of today, but not our top story. The biggest news item of today is the fact that we are about to hear about the PlayStation 5.
Now, did you guys see that random fake controller they made?
Yeah, that was sick.
That looked amazing. Why can't we do that, right? This phone lasts all day, right? Like, surely we can make a controller that lasts all day.
It's the PS5 controller, but it just kind of explodes out into 5 components, and it has it'd be too annoying to find it now. Fine. And it has this full up display screen and everything.
And it syncs perfectly with the controller.
It's as big as a dinner plate.
It looks like the old
Duke.
Yeah, the Duke. That's right.
Yeah, that's the one.
Anyway, so let's face it. It has been so long in the making for PlayStation 2 finally come out and go, guys, we're going to show you something. Last time they did this, they sat on a podium with a fake audience and spoke about all sorts of they were talking about.
Was that they showed the logo thing? Was that the Mark Cerny? Which fake audience? What?
Yeah, they had a fake audience that they're little cutout black things.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, and they just showed us a logo, and they also showed us a logo, and there's always been this teasing thing, right? We actually want to see what this thing can do. So it looks like the 4th of June is going to be the first actual thing.
Correct. And this is actually okay. First of all, though, we are probably not going to see the box or hear the price. So
but they have said actually
this is about games.
Yeah,
they have said specifically
in another statement that that COVID will not affect the price, and they're pretty confident with their supply chains. And it's going to be international and global this year. So, looks like everything is on track for Sony.
Yes. But they did say specifically, we've shared technical specifications and shown you the new DualSense wireless controller. But what to launch without games? That's why I'm excited to share with you. We'll soon give you a first look at the games you'll be playing after PlayStation 5 launches this holiday. The games coming to PS5 represent the best in the industry from innovative studios that span the globe. Studios both larger and smaller. Those newer and those more established all have been hard at work in developing games that will showcase the potential of the hardware. It will run for about an hour. For the first time, we'll be able to, together, virtually experience the excitement. A lack of physical events has given us an amazing opportunity to think differently about bringing you on this journey with us and hopefully closer than ever before, blah, 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 blah. So, basically, it's about the games, okay? And the real, test here is it actually going to be gameplay?
Or and is it going to be an Xbox thing again?
There's no way I reckon they repeat the mistakes of Xbox where they just do reveal trailers and cinematics and no gameplay. This is the moment for them to be cool, thank you very much for fucking that up. Let us take it from here. Do you know what I mean?
I reckon they've had their pad and pen ready this whole time. Really taking notes on this because it is going to be a huge disappointment if they are completely tone deaf on the 4th of June and come out with just very curated cinematic crap that doesn't actually show us anything of what the power is of the PS5. So sure. I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think they're going to show us a lot of stuff. And what games do you think we're going to see? I feel like we're going to see God of War 2. I do feel like we're going to see the next Spider-Man.
We're going to see God of War 2.
I reckon we may. And I also think we're going to see the new Spider-Man and Knack 3, baby. Now, I mean, it would be so funny if they were guys, a Knack 3 trailer.
That'd be so good.
I mean, Dunkey would jump on that, straight away. But anyway, it's exciting. Apart from that, there's also new developments. I can't believe I haven't thought of this before. Imagine so PlayStation has now
I was going to say, you're going to introduce the news first, Sam?
I'll do that first.
He's going to talk about it.
Sony has patented a new wireless charger for the DualSense controller. So it's such an ingenious idea. You just slap it on the back pretty much, and then you can play while it charges, and then you obviously put that down, and then it'll charge when you don't need it anymore. Why hasn't anyone else done that? That's such a good idea. I
just don't know, Sam.
But it's a good idea, and they've patented it, so it's coming. And it has
they also have X and circle buttons on the back, which is nice because back buttons are the best. Basically, I hate using controllers that don't have back buttons now.
I hate using ones with back buttons. I always hit them accidentally. Like, I used that one that you gave me, whatever, the PlayStation Red one with the two things in the back.
Oh, Scuff.
Oh, I hate that.
That's so good. That's a great controller, by the way.
Maybe I just have to get used to it or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway,
So look, there's a... Just because it's patented, by the way, doesn't mean it's happening. That's another thing we should make very clear. So yes, they have patented these ideas. They've patented other ideas that never come to fruition.
like portable devices and all this kind of stuff in the past.
All that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, Nintendo even patented some weird, crazy cardboard box bullshit. I mean, obviously, that would never come out. That would be ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
So just because it's a patent doesn't mean it's real. But look, you know, it makes a lot of sense to have wireless charging, given it's pretty common in mobile phones. And back buttons are just generally a thing.
No, but that's not wireless. This is like a thing that I think slaps into the USB-C port and charges. See that thing there? It looks like it's actually a battery pack that slaps onto...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's wireless charging. Like, you would have that battery pack on it, and then you would put it down somewhere on a pad, and it would charge.
Oh, is that what I didn't know? This is actually... this actually connects to the back of your controller.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Because then it becomes a wireless battery pack.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But you're saying... Yeah, but I think what you're saying is wireless charging with a phone where you just put it on a table or something.
That's right.
And this is also going to include that.
That's what wireless charging is.
No, this is saying that you're going to have a thing on the back of it, right?
Yes. Oh my god, we're losing... The episode's breaking apart. The point is, it's going to have some wireless charging, okay? We don't exactly know what it is. If they even do it, maybe they never even do it. Maybe this whole conversation is a waste of time.
Maybe it's a waste of time, but
that's it.
I was under the assumption that it was going to be like a thing that you put on the back of it, but maybe I'm wrong there. But anyway,
maybe we're all wrong.
Maybe we're
that's
all wrong.
It. So look, there's more PlayStation news, guys, and this is actually...
This is the top story.
This is the top story. Turns out that The Last of Us 2 is it's probably not coming out everywhere. Okay, so first of all, Sony is still doing their DMCA strike bullshit. Okay, did you see they struck their own tweet?
Yeah, I thought that was a joke, and a lot of people jumped on that. And look, you can press on the link, and then it does open still. But that became a bit of a meme for a bit. But look, for them to go around and still DMCA takedown crap, like, let's be real. If it's out, people. Like, you can just go on Reddit and still find that same information out. You're not doing yourself any favors. We were talking, I think, 2 days ago or whatever, but in the event of this happening to CD Projekt Red, we don't know, of course, but like, I just feel like they just handle it so much more cooler, you know? Like, they wouldn't do this whole, like, we're going to DMCA takedown. Let's just be like, okay, guys, well, it's out.
It's very lame. It really is.
It's lame.
It's
like, it's already out, man.
Every day I'm seeing new reports of people who tweet out, like, Last of Us, whatever. Not even actual copyright material. Because, again, as we've always said, if you are actually putting out copyright material, even if it's a screenshot of something that should not be out there, then technically speaking, they have every right to strike you. That's just the rules of the game. Okay?
Sure, I mean, okay.
I agree it shouldn't happen. I agree it
It's
sucks.
about a marketing strategy at the end of the day.
I agree. I'm just saying that's the rules of the game, right? Okay, sure. But but at the same time, there are people who don't even use any copyright material, and they are being struck, and that is just unacceptable. Totally, that's outside the rules of the game. And it's total bullshit. So, yeah, man, it sucks, but it seems like Sony's getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine, because it looks like The Last of Us 2 is going to be censored in that it's not going to be released in certain countries. There are, obviously, it's been confirmed that in Saudi Arabia and in United Arab Emirates, the game will not be released over there. They said that there's one Reddit user spotted by VG247 reports that PlayStation support said any game that does not appear in a regional store has been banned by the competent authorities of the country, and we cannot do anything regarding that. So
why say by the competent?
I don't understand why they say competent either, but they
are they really just taking a dig there?
I don't know if they're having a dig,
or maybe they forgot to put IN.
Maybe it's a bad translation or something, or I really don't know.
But that's really weird.
So that it's been banned in those countries? Not really.
Well, not really, actually.
Those countries don't really have the progressive views on the gay thing.
Yeah. Is that a woman driving? No. That's jokes, true. Guys. But
jokes.
Or is it?
Okay,
so that is funny though to see that. I mean, yeah. Anyway, look, I think it's obviously the content of the game
for sure. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it got banned in more countries. That's only 2 that we've seen here. Obviously it is going to be a fairly... they've worn their heart on their sleeves about how they approach different aspects of, like, identity and sexuality and all that sort of stuff.
The developers, you mean? Not
the developers, yeah.
I thought you meant, like, Saudi Arabia. Like, oh, this has been honest,
also been pretty hard to see.
It's been transparent with you guys, you know?
So that's what's happened with that. Unlikely to see it released in those countries. Probably going to see it banned in other locations as well. And Sony's DMCA rampage continues, which is a real shame. It really has, I think, hurt this game in a way that it just didn't need. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to be excited about this game when Sony is behaving this way. I would say that.
I think that, without going into the game at all, I do think the marketing campaign and the release of the game are going to be separate. I think that always kind of happens. People remember a little bit of the marketing, but when it comes down to it, what the game actually was like is what people are going to mostly remember.
Sure, I agree.
So, I think we've seen it before with other games where it just, it's just shit.
Yeah, it is a real shame.
All right, next.
So, and we've actually we'll come to this story last. Next, we'll do a few super chats now because we've got a few piled up. John, it's hard to get through all these today, guys. You guys are going nuts. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it, for sure.
So, we've got KFC. Long-time watcher, first time, don't know. Mike Morris. How good would it be if someone managed to send us some KFC during a stream at 8 a.m.?
We'd have to give you the address, though.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Long-time watcher, first-time donator. Command & Conquer Remastered is coming out June 5th. Any interest from either of you? Actually, yeah, I will check that out.
Of course,
because I played a shit ton of Command & Conquer back in the day. So I'd be keen to see how it aged. But thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it. Zendrew is here. Thank you very much, Zendrew. Morning, boys. Time to expand the weekly dump to 3 hours. 1 hour for news and 2 hours for reading chat.
Yeah, I think there's something that we need to maybe put in place. Like, maybe we need to do 15 minutes news, 5 minutes talking, and then we might have to do at the end.
I feel like we kind of do that naturally, though. Because,
you think so?
I mean, I think we should talk about it, because the super chats are a lot, and we kind of...
No, but I really appreciate the super chats, and I do think there's good questions that actually enrich the...
For sure.
The news.
Last Vandalier, $50. Thanks, dude. That's a lot. Thank you guys for the exception.
No, $49.99.
That's right. where's the other 1 cent, dude?
Cent,
Come on, man. He says, thanks for the amazing content. It's hard to catch you guys live. Cheers. Well, we did talk about doing a second live show, and I think people were pretty positive towards that idea.
I think we got a few people that maybe... I think I saw a couple of people that are like, I just can't tune in for that. But I
think we might do it at a different time. So it might actually work for some better time zones if we do it. So.
Well, this time now in America is at night, right? Yeah.
I don't know. It's afternoon, I think, in America.
Is it? Okay.
It's morning in America.
Yeah, okay.
Even in the afternoon. That's the Back to the Future reference. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
We might do it on Wednesday. So that would be... Oh, no, Thursday, which would be their Wednesday.
I don't know.
Oh, no. We'll do Tuesday their time. Tuesday their time.
We've got Sturman with $5. Been subscribed since Battlefront 2. Keep up the good work. In the land down under. Thank you very much, friend. Colton is back with 89 Donkey Kong points.
Thank you.
Still waiting on the Division Part 2 review. Me too, man. Me too. Don't worry. Kartik with $10. Can we really get a Sekiro review? I like the nuance you had in past discussions of it. Where the magic really is in the tuning and progression. Many reviewers dumb it down as hard. One day I will return to Sekiro when you least suspect it. No one will expect the Samurai Inquisition.
Terrible.
Just terrible.
Look, the only time I can see this actually being a timely spot to put it is maybe after Ghosts. And if it's like similar in any capacity, maybe you can be like, okay.
Nah, I don't want to do the comparison thing.
Well,
it'll just piss
depends on how close it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Levi Webb, $5. I have some midis.
Midis.
Yeah, Outer Wilds on Steam, June 18th. Didn't know that. That's good news. Booyah, can't wait. Couldn't get it on Xbox Game Pass PC. What is your favorite beer on tap? Oh, I love the...
I actually will be honest here. Real man drinks cider. I drink cider. I really like apple and pear cider. I don't like that Cordelings one with the strawberry or that sweet one.
Recordeling or something.
Or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, sure.
Hate that.
Sure.
But when I go to a bar, all the ladies see me getting the cider with the pink shirt on. I'm like, this guy's comfortable. He's comfortable in his masculinity.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I do not like beer at all.
I don't drink beer. I drink whiskey.
Only when it's ice cold. I might like a few sips of it, but that's pretty much it.
That's it. So there you go. Sorry. Our alpha male status has been shattered. I'm sure you guys thought we were peak alpha, but now you don't know what to believe.
Now we're Super Saiyan
That's
alpha.
right.
Okay.
So I wanted to sign up on the Epic just for GTA. It took me 3 days, says Francois Bergman.
No.
Thanks. He says, the C in my name is bugged in their page. Couldn't use my email. The store sucks so much. That does suck, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you ever play FiveM, GTA Roleplay? No, we never did GTA Roleplay. That was from Vita. Exor for £5. Finally, the massive Sony ponies are talking about the major C words. About time, love you. We actually did a video on Sony and all their bullshit earlier as well, so we did cover that topic. Progger Froggy, can the next Laymen Live be a performance of Sam playing his little Sam jams? No, that would be terrible. No one wants that. Okay,
Yeah, you do.
That would be really awful. And I reckon we should probably keep things moving then. And that's it. So, guys,
we'll come back to
more super chats. We've got 20 minutes to go and a few stories to get through. This is pretty interesting. This is actually quite big news, okay?
Okay.
New PS4 games must also run on PlayStation 5 from July, Sony tells devs.
This wasn't in the brief.
No, this is
you just threw this in.
Just surprise me with this one.
Here we go.
Just keep it on your toes. Do you want to explain this news then, Sam?
Okay, well, look, let's be real. I can, don't worry, I got this.
No, here we go. Don't get this one wrong. Go on.
Xbox has already actually come out recently and said, guys, we're going to make sure that everything that comes out in our first-party studios on Xbox Series X is also going to be compatible with Xbox One, right? So they've obviously seen that and they've had to respond to that, which is a good call because let's face it.
Stop. Okay, this is the opposite of that. This is any PlayStation 4 game must be playable on 5. It's not any PlayStation 5.
That's what I mean. Sorry, that's what I mean. Exactly right. That's exactly what Xbox has done. If it comes out in this generation, it's a
they're saying that if it's on Series X, it also must be playable on One for the next 18 months. This is saying the opposite. It's saying that if you're going to bring something on PlayStation 4, you need to make sure you bring it forward to PlayStation 5.
That's kind of the same thing, though. It's pretty much the same thing, guys.
No, because
if you're making a game and you're wanting to... it's pretty much saying... Okay, Sony and Xbox are ultimately saying if you make a game in the next 18 months that you're trying to get into the masses... on the next gen,
the difference is you could Sony first-party studios could make a PlayStation 5 exclusive game that does not need to run on PlayStation 4. Okay. Xbox can't do that.
That is the difference. But, okay, there is a difference there. What I'm saying is they're obviously trying to run in the same vein in terms of like, let's make sure that a lot of these titles, slightly changing course here, a lot of these titles are actually able to run on both.
I love this is the new game. We flick Sam a headline and see.
Well, you didn't tell me this is going to be in it. I had to just run with it, It's alright, we got there though.
We did get there. Just to clarify, Sony have a rule. Sony have a rule in place that if anything gets submitted to CERT in July. So CERT, by the way, is what you do. When you make a game, you send it to Sony for certification. And at that point, they test it to make sure that it doesn't blow up PlayStations, okay? So if any game goes to CERT after July, for a PlayStation 4, they need to make sure it can also run on PlayStation 5, right? So they need to make sure those games can be carried forward, okay? This is different from Xbox's thing, which is like, if we make any games in our first-party studios that are on Xbox One X, the new one, right? Sorry, Xbox Series X, they also need to be backwards compatible. So that kind of holds back their games in a sense, whereas Sony Sony games are not being held back in that way. They're just being brought forward.
Pretty much what I said.
Exactly what Sam said. Is exactly how Sam described it. So.
But look, it is good to see that there is... Okay, on the Xbox side, it is good to see that there's not going to be this race to buy a console.
I agree with that.
That is going to be an issue, I think, for some people that don't have the money. Or, there's a short supply.
Supply's a big issue.
Supply's the big issue right now, where a lot of people are like, I do have the money, but... this whole COVID thing has really shortened the supply chain, and now I cannot play certain games on PlayStation 5 because they've only been exclusives, right?
Yep.
Now, the flip side to that is naturally Sony wants to sell consoles. Xbox doing this pro-consumer move means naturally there's not going to be this need to buy straight away, which I think will affect sales. There's no two ways about it. If I can play Halo Infinite on the current gen, I'm not going to run out the door to get it, But if I needed to buy the next console to pay the next Halo, that's gonna affect my choice because it's $500. A lot of people are gonna hopefully wait a few months, if not like a year, until there's a catalog and the prices have dropped.
Sure, no, that's totally true. A lot of people obviously will rush out to grab the new console because they want to play it. Best frame rates, best graphics, whatever.
And it's new, like people with an iPhone, they buy it if they don't even need it.
But it's good to know that people will have that choice. So I really like that part of Xbox's strategy. But at the same time, the flip side is that, from a game development perspective, it could, hold back game developers who then also need to make sure that the worlds they design can be loaded from an old, slower hard drive versus the faster, like SSDs that are in next gen, etc., etc.
Interesting choice. A question actually. When are we even able to pre-order? If you go to EB Games now, can you pre-order consoles?
Yeah. They have dummy SKUs and stuff. You can absolutely They let you do that forever. Like as soon as there's even a whiff of next gen. Even before that, I think I remember doing taking pre-orders and consoles that weren't even announced. So, man, don't worry. GameStop will take your money, man. No worries at all. Like, can I pre-order the PlayStation 9? They're like, absolutely, sir. Would you like to pre-order the PlayStation 11 while you're at it,
And would you like, what's that insurance stuff they got on for $5? Yeah,
the game guarantees.
The game guarantees.
Yeah,
You like
that's it.
game guarantee for PlayStation 9?
Yeah, sure. So, guys, Xbox, though, have not been sleeping when it comes to their backwards compatibility approach. And just yesterday, they released a blog that talked about... Have you read this blog yet? This is big, actually.
Oh, you mean on the Xbox.com?
Yeah. So, basically, this is... What they're talking about is that they're really committed to backwards compatibility. At launch, there will be, like, a lot of games available on Xbox One Series X that are backwards compatible, okay? Don't exactly know how many, but they talk about in the area of thousands, okay?
Which is absolutely huge.
Which is massive, you know? So already you're going to have an existing library that you can start playing with if you want to go back and play older stuff. That's not, like, most people don't want to play old games, though. A lot of the time they don't. But what's the difference, right? The difference here is that they're basically making it so that obviously things are going to load faster because they're going to have the SSD. They have this new technology that can actually implement HDR even if the game wasn't built with HDR in mind.
Well, so you're talking about like Rocky that came out in 2004 is going to have HDR?
No, not every game, but some games will have HDR.
Some of them that have come a certain way. Yeah,
correct.
Okay, cool.
Well, and where the technology works.
Yeah.
They've also talked about the fact that some games are going to be able to run at higher resolutions, up to 4K. But that's obviously not native, it's upscaled. And they've also said that some games are going to be able to run at increased frame rates, going from 30 to 60 FPS and sometimes up to 120 FPS.
Wow.
I don't know how they do any of those things. I'm not sure if it's all trickery and bullshit, where it's like, where your TV does the whole thing where they just interlace extra frames to make it look smooth, but it's really not.
No, that's not necessarily true, because, I mean, I can play Banjo-Kazooie on my phone right now, and there's a whole list of... I mean, the game is already on there, right? And there's a list of ways to... You can up the textures to 4K. You can change it to 60 frames per second.
Fair enough.
So I think that stuff's already baked in terms of, like... They're just levers that you can move up and down. I'm not an expert on this, but... Because I can play, and I also played recently Ocarina of Time the same way, where it was upscaled to 2K or whatever, right? And 60 frames. You can do it. I think, maybe they're just waiting for this power to come around. But, I mean, that's another thing. When the console comes out, it's good to know also that you're not just kind of hanging on to 3 or 4 release titles, which happens, like, you know, when GameCube came out and shit or whatever, like, there's 4 or 5 titles, and there's maybe one that's really pushing those sales. If you can know now that you can also get a huge backlog of compatibility, is it also going to be on the online store, or is this going to be purely you put the disc in?
I'm assuming it would be online store.
I'm guessing too, right? Yeah. So it'd be nice to know that, you know, you can jump on and straight away you've got a catalog of thousands of games. Because before, again, not only, you know, as I said, is the price point and the wait for games, but like, knowing that there's only 3 or 4 games to play also pushes people back in terms of waiting for that console.
Didn't stop people from buying a Switch. It still sold like hotcakes, even though it only had Breath of the Wild.
True.
That machine only had Breath of the Wild for like 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and Wii U actually did, I only found this out, I think it was Wii or the Wii U, they had a backlog of games that you could play from N64 to...
the Wii U?
Yeah, you could play N64 games that you could purchase, and you could buy Wii games. Heaps of different things that you could actually...
What, on launch?
No, like it was an actual feature that was put in. I don't know when it was put in, but Thick Boy was telling me that you could buy like hundreds, if not like 1,000 or something, different types of games that have come out over the years on Wii U. So it's such an attractive thing to actually put into the system.
Sure.
And like, why not? You know, like it doesn't make sense not to continuously monetize those products for the next 10 to 15 years, you know?
Yep. We've got some super chats now. We've got Unshaven Caucasian for $5. He said Silent Hill is doing a crossover expansion with Dead by Daylight, getting the franchise back in the spotlight for a new entry. I did say that they're doing the Pyramid Heads in Dead by Daylight. I've never played that game, so I can't really say anything about it. But yeah, that's exciting. Nandor's back. Mads Mikkelsen was the bomb in Death Stranding. He really was. He was the best part of that game.
Which one again?
The Mads, the dad.
Oh, of course.
He was so good in that. It was fantastic.
Actually, like the dude that carried. Well, yeah,
pretty carry, but like he did a great job though.
Absolutely.
A lot better than Norman. Norman was just like.
I like that.
Vita for $2. Rock and Stone. Thank you very much, friend. We've got Bogdan is here for 200 Donkey Kong coins. Greetings, gents. Ralph, very impressed with you and the extra work you put into your Minecraft dungeons. Just to make the best review you could possibly make. Thank you for reminding me what real professionalism is like. That's a lie, my friend. It's just it's all. I've tricked you. Don't believe anything.
He literally just uploaded someone else's review.
That's right. No, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much, friend. Ryan for $5 in Minneapolis. Oh, scared out of my mind with the riots. Damn, that sucks, man. Love you guys. Keep being British. Hope everyone's staying safe over there. Stay out of trouble. And, good luck to everyone.
Oh, Xander Boss. He has a comment for us.
Xander Boss. Yeah. Chin up, Sam, says Xander Boss. My wife says you're the hot one.
Thank you.
Can we just, Xandrew, in the future, can we delete Xander Boss's comments? Can we time him out? Jacob Snow became a new member. Thank you very much, Jacob. We appreciate you. Cesiac, Layman Gaming, thumbs up. Thank you, friend. And Kyle became a member as well. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle
has a monster drink in his hand.
For Kyle. Not sure if you all heard, EA renewed their exclusive deal with NFL for Madden games 2025.
We getting to that?
Angry Joe did a rant on it. Says Greg, we actually have that story here. We can jump ahead and we can just cover that one now. Thank you very much, Gray, for mentioning that one. Yeah, man. EA and Madden, they signed a deal for another $5. Look, first of all,
for another $5,
$5, another 5 years. First of all, I don't care in inverted commas because I feel like follow American football.
It's a different ecosystem. Like it's like a different thing. Like people. I mean, maybe a lot of people love NFL in EA, right? Maybe they like the Maddens.
They love money in EA. That's what they love.
No, I'm talking about the consumer themselves that have been playing Maddens for God knows how long. Maybe they just love how they make those games. I don't think that EA, of course, has handled, apart from like Jedi Fallen Order, they just try and poison everything they touch, right? It's true. Like
I mean,
FIFA Ultimate Cards Pack.
Apex, though.
Okay, Apex, fine.
I mean, and Titanfall was an EA game.
Yeah, it's kind of back in the, we're talking about now, with the Ultimate Packs and the loot box and the Wilson loot box.
They've been doing loot boxes a hell of a lot longer than they've been doing Titanfall. That goes well before then.
No, 2013 or so, they actually really ramped it up. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is, NFL, Madden, fine, it's part of it again. And it was for a while they didn't actually even have it on PC, so they've actually also gone back to PC. So maybe they've gone back there, A, wanting to re-win this deal because they knew it was actually up for grabs again. And B, they want to double down and make sure they can make as much money as possible.
Yeah, I mean, look, this thing is, the whole sports scene is such a write-off. Like, every other year, there's like, between Madden and NFL and NBA and WWE, all these sports games are disasters where they get massive bugs and cancellations and ridiculous microtransactions.
Just use the same coding and shit like that.
The entire sports franchise, the entire sports segment of video games, I've just completely like yeeted out of my brain. And I used to play sports games growing up. We played Madden, in fact, when we were kids. We played Madden, and I enjoyed that back then. But now
NFL Blitz 2000, we played other, there's definitely a market for it where a hardcore gamer, I guess, really can enjoy those, but it's just been tainted by just shitty monetization and lazy reworks. I feel like how many games have come out in the last year where it still says Madden 19 in the corner and shit. You know what I mean? That happens all the time. It does. I understand from a business perspective you need to reuse some of those assets, but you've got to justify the new price,
For sure.
And this is the problem with this. I mean, there's so many casual gamers in the that do play it, let's be real. That's what a lot of people gravitate towards. So these development companies know they can get away with it because they know that a lot of these people that want to play Call of Duty and FIFA and shit don't really care if they see Madden 19 in the corner or FIFA 19 and it's a FIFA 20. They don't really care.
I think my lucky stars that I'm not a sports fan because if I was, I would be really sad about this. I know Angry Joe is very upset about this because he's a big NFL fan, whatever. I don't give a shit about that and I'm lucky, but if I was an actual sports fan, it would suck. I mean, I'm genuinely sad for people that care about this stuff because they have no chance of ever getting a good company managing their games. Ever.
I actually downloaded, after I finished The Last Dance, I downloaded...
nice.
The 2K demo.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, this sucks. I just can't get into it. I don't know. I'm not the kind of sports dude, to be honest. But anyway, a lot of people do love it. Anyway, speaking of
EA, it turns out Apex Legends is still going great guns. This actually legitimately makes me happy. I'm glad to see Respawn doing well. I mean, obviously they had that really terrible DLC event where they just charged $180 for all the shit. But other than that, this has been a great game that has been top quality from the get-go. They've done a brilliant job maintaining the community and the updates and whatever
And
else.
a great marketing campaign, which was zero. Just here's the game, guys.
Just
and
drop
there
it.
was no speculation and no toxicity that was able to kind of fester before this game came out.
Yep.
And it was actually a really good strategy. And look, I think it has, all in all, been a successful product on all fronts. And Season 5's kicked off, and they're actually recording record numbers here. So if we go down, what were the actual record number? 47 million or something. 47 million views on the trailer for Season 5. So there was a lot of hype around it.
That's a lot of views for a trailer.
That is a lot.
For a season, like Season 5 of a Battle Royale game. That's a lot of views, you know? So that's really well done. They've also just gone on to say that, like, they're, you know, basically the headline here, highest player retention and weekly hours played than ever before. So, you know, you just see so many of these, like, Battle Royale style games come out and they just kind of fizzle into nothing. To see this game actually growing and gaining momentum is really great. This is also as Fortnite is in decline, right? Fortnite's still the biggest game in the world.
In a bit,
it's still the biggest game in the world, don't get me wrong, but its numbers are going downwards. Versus
Yeah.
this one, its numbers are going up. So that's great news.
Yeah, I think that also, if there was a monopoly purely with Fortnite has been on the front foot pretty much every single week with new content. There's no two ways about it, right? They're not getting lazy. But to have someone also in the playing field that is keeping them accountable in terms of, like, making sure that their product's the best, it serves, you know, Fortnite players and stuff.
Sure.
So in that regard, it's good to have competition. I'm
Yep.
not a Fortnite player personally, of course, but I understand that if they were the only people really, you know, getting all the numbers, it would affect the actual quality, I think, in the end of the day.
It's a really great genre at this point, can I say? Like, if you think about it, because you've got Fortnite, which, you know, everyone's like, oh, Fortnite sucks. Fortnite is objectively an excellent video game. It just is, okay? It's spectacular, in fact, especially some of the stuff they're doing with the events and the, like, in-game stuff and all that. It's nuts.
Even if you don't actually like it, you have to respect the amount of content that they just... They just are relentless.
Absolutely,
you know?
right.
And I've never seen, even live service models like Destiny or whatever, right? Like, I've never seen so much quality content and integrations of, like, popular pop culture things constantly baked into the game. It's just, you know, it's incredible. So I do take my hat off to them for that.
And also, you've got Apex Legends, we talked about. Warzone, I think, is actually excellent as well. I played a lot of Warzone at launch and after launch. Those are three very big hitters that all do something quite different, but they're all successful and all doing really well, run by huge studios with a lot of money behind them. That is a really, like, popping off genre right now, and I think it's a good thing. There's competition there that kind of they're all pushing each other to do better. You've got other stuff in the background, like Hunt Showdown, for example, which I'm playing at the moment, which is also fantastic, very different in flavor, but it's a really good space, you know. So it's a good space to watch.
And just lastly, I mean, if we look at PUBG, I mean, they were the first...
PUBG, I totally forgot about.
Yeah, I mean, they were the first out of the gate, apart from... what was the other ones? The one that started it again? Ninja used to play it before PUBG.
Do you mean like armor mods?
No. It was anyway. It was the PUBG. It was the Battle Royale before PUBG. I feel like PUBG, you know, really had a
Oh, you mean like Rust and DayZ and stuff?
yeah, that's it.
Those ones,
I think that they had a huge head start, and what's happening with that? They should have gone free to play like a year ago, if not longer. You know, they really needed to, like, stay relevant. And I know they still are big. Don't get me wrong. I know that, but they've definitely fallen to the wayside, I think, compared to the movement that Apex and Fortnite are making.
Yeah. Anyway, H1Z1, that's the one I was thinking
H1Z1,
Yes.
that's it.
Thank
That's
you very
it.
much,
Yes.
whoever said that. So Joey Got Jokes is here with $10. Ralph and Sam, thanks for always giving us such great quality content. What are your thoughts on the EA extension of the deal with Madden? We just covered that, Joey. Thank you very much, friend. No, these are old now. So Marios Shasson for £10. To be honest, the next gen hardware is not very different than a gaming PC of today. If the new consoles are not hitting a rock solid 60 FPS at the very least, then it's not worth it. I totally agree with that. I do not care about 4K resolution personally.
Look, I will say that if you're able to get a $2,000 PC though for a $450 price tag,
yeah, it's very good.
That's pretty cool, you
sure.
know. So
Sam is a real midget in disguise. Don't try and hide it. That's absolutely true.
we've heard that before, actually.
Says Schnags. Drake AU for $5. Rather than having your brother on the show, you should have your partner on instead.
Can you imagine that?
No, that's not going to happen. She does not like video games. Let's just say that, right? She does not have positive things to say about certain video games.
Not a fan.
Let's do Banserky, $4. Talk about Deep Rock for the rest of the show. As much as I'd love to, I don't think that would make for a very good Layman Live. Leo became a member. Thank you very much, Leo. We love you.
Good man.
Carl Anderson for $20. Happy Saturday from the 2% something. It's just disappeared as I scroll down. Wow, here we go. From 2% of your audience. Oh, that's a female then. Carly, that's it. What are you guys hoping will be announced with PS5 next week? Without E3, I'm desperate need of at least one jaw-dropping announcement. Love the videos. Have a great weekend.
E3 would be next week for us. We would be going.
What? No, it's the start of June. We go at like mid-June, so it's like 2 weeks.
No, it starts on the 8th and finishes on the 14th.
Right. Yeah. We would actually, you're right. We'd be like in the middle of E3 play. Oh god, that'd be such a E3 so much, man. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Look, we love it, don't get me wrong, but like you're doing 4 videos a day, 16-hour days, and hard life and playing.
You have to actually work. It's tough, man.
There's a lot to it. There is a lot to it.
What do I would really want to see a Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver sequel released for PlayStation 5, but that's never going to happen.
I mean, we don't know that. Maybe. Did they actually recently confirm?
Nah, they're working on that Avengers game at the moment, so that's not happening. That's right. I don't know. I mean, I would obviously love to see God of War. I would love to see an Elden Ring trailer, like the new FromSoft game, and they're like, it's PS5 exclusive, baby. It's running at 60 FPS.
We haven't heard anything about the Avengers game now for a while.
Yeah, I know. They did say they're adding a new hero to the Avengers, and creating an entirely new hero for that game. I did see that headline, but they've really...
As a main character? They're having...
I don't know about main character, whatever.
They're having Stretch Girl or whatever her name is?
Stretch Girl.
What's her name?
I actually forget her name.
Something Khan.
Camilla Khan or something like that. Yeah. I don't know what her name is. What's her actual character name?
Stretch Woman.
Stretch Woman. Kyle is here for $20 Canadian. Hey guys, hi from London, Ontario, Canada. I have been there. That is a beautiful town, by the way. Do you guys think that devs and publishers will jump on board with GeForce now, since Gaben told Nvidia to hold his beer after 2K and Freds tried to send Nvidia home with their ball? I sure hope so. Yes, we did that story yesterday, or this morning, I should say. In fact, there is a follow-up, which I will tell you about. I don't know if you saw this, Sam.
Yes, I did. Very, very surprising.
Turns out... Yep. The Long Dark developer has caved, and he's now putting his game on GeForce Now.
Look, the actual comments are actually like, well, all GeForce ever needed to do was just ask if they wanted to be on there. This is not the reason, dude. They've obviously, as you've said before in previous, I believe they've had a knee-jerk reaction to think, shit, we're going to lose money. They've taken it off. Maybe they've reassessed and gone, oh, you know what? That's actually been pretty bad publicity. Why don't we just put it back on? Because they're obviously not selling in droves. I hope that they, of course, are successful. They're a small indie developer and they want to do well. I understand that. But, maybe they're recognizing the benefits of actually getting people to play on streaming and seeing that part of the catalog.
There was literally people who responded to this guy in the initial announcement like, I bought your game on Steam so that I could play it on GeForce Now. I do not have a PC that can run this. Now I have a copy of your game that I cannot use. Fuck you, Yeah. So, this guy sells copies of his games at GeForce Now. He was always like, oh, we should be asked. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what is this? We're not, in a schoolyard, do you know what I mean? It's like, they're trying to sell copies of your games for you, man.
I can kind of see slightly both sides in terms of, I understand as a developer, they're thinking, in terms of their own panic moment, they might be like, oh, we're moving into an environment we're not too sure of right now, which is going to be the streaming market, and a lot of these are going to freak out and kind of take, and again do knee-jerk reactions. But the other side of that is, if they've already purchased the game, dude, you've already got your money off them. Let them just experience it how they want to.
Yep.
But anyway,
we've got here. Someone. Judson Watkins for $2 says, I saved my Donald Trump money for a PS5. Thanks, Trump. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Ice Pick, I'm thinking about making a tuna melt. Wish me luck, I'm going to need it. My friend.
Good luck, my friend.
Best of British luck to you. Vita says, Dwarves and Beers for $2. Gascan says, Ralph, if you ever do review it, you really should play. Even if you don't review it, you should play Warlords of New York. The Division is really good right now. I've heard the opposite at this point, but I will have to check it out. Binary Cheese for £20. That's extremely generous. Thank you, friend.
First
time catching the show live. 0 out of 10, Sam. Needs more pens. Oh, that's right. Remember the pens?
Yes.
Remember that
was good times.
Were they pencils or pens?
Yeah, a bit of both. Really.
That's right.
Okay.
Judson Watkins, did you see the Warface breakout a console CSGO? I don't know what those words mean.
What?
Warface is a game. Breakout a console CS:GO. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
So yeah, can't really say, man. Vita is back with 10 Rs. Hardcore Apex player here. The game did go through serious technical problems that made the community angry, like banning people in ranked matches for a month. I didn't even know that, so that's good to know. Thanks, dude. Dilgy Jackson for $5. Y'all are the shit. Thanks for always bringing humor to the news. Really enjoy the content. Thank you very much for being here, friend.
Appreciate you, buddy.
D Thomas, $5. Love the show. Just built my first PC with a 2080 Ti. Grats. Trying to decide on a monitor now. Thinking of getting the LG Ultra Gear 34 ultra wide monitor. Thoughts? To be honest with you, I just run the normal, 27-inch, 1440p Acer Predator.
I just run the normal, guys. The normal.
That's right.
1440p, a 144 hertz.
That's right. That's
Predator.
what I do.
Normal, guys.
It's very standard. So that's my recommendation. But ultra wide's also nice.
Actually, funny story. I was looking into getting a 2060. I was like, I want to get the better. I want to get the better one. I've got a 1080 Ti.
Oh yeah, right. Sure.
I want to get the better one.
Sure.
Only to realise, which maybe some people don't know, I didn't know this until recently. The 2080 Ti is still stronger than the 26. The 1080 Ti is still stronger than the 2060.
It's all marketing, man.
I nearly fell for it.
You don't know what to believe.
I nearly fell for it.
Joel Smith, Fortnite PvE players getting royally shafted. Take them like 3 years to finish the game because they got money from Battle Royale. Get wrecked people who funded initial development. I get that at the same time as like they have just had this massive unprecedented level of success with Battle Royale that I'm sure was very difficult for Epic to keep up with. So, but I hear what you're saying though. Nandor with 1,000 Huffington points. Damn, it's 1 p.m. in Hungary. Don't you have your stream earlier? Epic bad. Francois back $2. Sam is so white he looks like an ad for an enema. Right, there you go.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That's anemia, not an enema. That's quite different. Okay, well, there you go. So Sam looks like an ad for an enema. Okay, that's what we're going to go with, guys. And Siegfried became a member. Thank you very much, guys. We've got one last story to finish up because we're running late. It's a very, very big news item, and it's.
Is this what we're going to finish on?
It's very stunning. It really will leave you quite shook. But I couldn't believe it when I read it. But
Look, it hasn't been confirmed.
We haven't confirmed it, but it's the scientists say it, so I think we should trust the science.
Okay.
They say a new study reveals people love to eat food and drink while playing video games.
I mean, the only evidence I can go off is Thick Boy, and that confirms that.
I can't believe that this is true, firstly, and if it is true, I can't believe it's taken science this long to discover this.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed it.
And now they're going on now to do other research in if people like to eat and drink while watching movies in cinemas. Inconclusive right now.
Very tough.
Inconclusive.
That's a very ambitious study.
It is. It's going to take a while, and there's no actual evidence to support this. So
you know who should do this study? The World Health Organization.
Oh, really? Speaking of that,
they're having a good day today.
They're having a good day.
Having a great
Plenty
day.
of funding. All right,
guys. I think that's all the super chats, and we're done. Actually, Nando's back. Ralph, as a Division fan, you have to try Warlords. I will try Warlords one day, guys. We are running late, so that's the end of the show today. Thank you very much for being here. Laymen Live is live every Saturday at 8 a.m.
Maybe also
Australian Eastern Standard Time, and maybe during the week.
Should we do it next week, guys? Let us know in the comments below.
Let us know in the comments below. I think we're going to do it next week. Just let us know your thoughts.
Try it.
Let us know what you think about time slot. Maybe we should have a different focus for this. Let us know what you'd like to see for if we do another live show, how you'd like that to be. We really love you guys being here. We have a great time every Saturday morning. I always wake up being like, ugh, Layman Live. Yeah. And then by the end, I'm like, man, that was so much fun.
That was fun.
I wish we had more time.
Maybe we should do Layman Live every day. Every day, everybody.
All right, guys, take care.
What that would look like.
And we will see you guys next time.
Layman out.
Young out.
All right.
Are we done? Ending.
Have you ended it yet?